I want to talk about the illusion of time that a lot of people have when it comes to success, I guess. Success and progress. A lot of people think that you progress in life when you put a lot of time into things. And there's also then the concept of energy. You progress in life when you put a lot of energy in things. But what I have found is that this is actually an illusion because for me, it really has a lot to do with your belief systems and your psychology. So it really has a lot to do with perception. A great perception um, on a specific thing will over time give back more than a shitty perception on the same thing, but it's putting much more time into it. Um, so, for example, me with day trading, I think there's a good example. I can put much more into this, but because I have the belief that day trading is something that I'm meant to do, and that day trading is something that is not impossible. Day trading is something that is natural to my being. Um, I am able to progress a lot faster than the individual who um, who believes that day trading is difficult, that only a few people make it, and that I'm gonna put my phone in my pocket. I'm getting some water out, but I'm still gonna be talking so you can hear me through my headphones really quick. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna have much more. I'll make it much easier for me to succeed because I have this perception that I can succeed versus the individual who thinks that they have to work hard, that they have to put in more time to succeed because it's a very difficult thing to do. And in both cases, both people are right because both people are right because how would I explain this? Both people are right, or I guess I could say that both people are not wrong. Both perspectives are very valid. Um, it's just that one perspective is less likely to be true, or less likely to be popular. All right, less likely to be popular is the key word, popular. Um, and so it creates this illusion that for the individual who is used to grinding all their life, that they have to put more time into things, and that's how they succeed. But let me talk about this illusion of time and energy, and it will help you understand what I'm really referring to. What I'm saying is, when you have the right perception, you don't need time or energy. All you really need is focused time and focused energy. Because in this world, what rings true, or what rings true in this reality, is that there are illusions, there are lies that we buy into, and so it's important for us to think about what lies we buy into. So for day trading, and this for the scientific mind, this might not be really the video, but you have to hear me out here, because if, for example, me, when I decided to find my wife, I thought that finding a wife in terms of energy would take much more time, energy, and commitment than it would to find a girlfriend. This is what I believed for a long time. This is what I believed for a long time. But what ended up really happening was the moment that I said I want to find a wife, doesn't matter how long it's going to take, doesn't matter what I got to do. All I know is that right now what I'm looking for is a wife and not a girlfriend. The moment that happened, and I stepped in with that conviction and that understanding, and I only got there through a shift in my perception that a wife, that I can find a wife anywhere, really. That my wife is out there, and all I gotta do is be real and just speak that to the universe. The moment I did that was the moment that I found my wife, proposed to her in a few weeks, and bam, got married, had a child, had my dream family. But for the individual who was on the timeline which I was on previously to that, I needed 2 to 5 years to find a wife, date her, propose to her, have a child in 2 to 5 years, right? That's what people in that perception would believe. But because I changed my perception, what was really just necessary was just focus, energy, and time. So what do I mean by that? Focus energy means that whenever I And well, whenever I was interacting with a woman, I was very clear in my energy. I was very clear in what I wanted, so I spoke that. So that's focus energy. You know, I would focus my energy, and I would tune out the noise. So I wouldn't really focus on the women who were not at the level of being a wife. But focus time also, because you do need to spend some time, right? So focus time, what do I mean by that? I would have fun doing the things that I did, and sometimes I would speak to women, but I wasn't, the time that I was out, all that time I wasn't specifically to find a wife. It was specifically to be myself. So then, and then it would happen that in some engagements, it would be a focus time to see if this person would be worth more of my time. And really, as I stepped deeper and deeper into these conversations, right away when it came to focus time, I cut to the chase. I got to let the person know what I was about, who I was, and then that led to, you know, this really nice power session. And then the next time we talked even more, and we discussed more, and I put more energy, very focused energy. And so power sessions along the way led to really quick transformations. So when it comes to time and energy, we have this illusion that to get what you want, you have to spend a lot of time and energy. But that is not the case. What you really need to do is spend focused energy, focused time. And you achieve that when your perception allows you to do that. So you don't have a lot of noise, and you have to be able to break things down to the core of things. So for myself, now let's go back to day trading, because I kind of brought that up. I am progressing in day trading very fast, and I compare myself to other people who would say that they're full time. You know, they're grinding and putting a lot of time, and they're also successful, yes. But what I'm saying is that right now, the only amount of time that I put into day trading is the first hour or two when I trade in the morning, and then 30 minutes to an hour of me running around, listening to audiobooks or reading a book or just thinking about it. And so then the focused 1 hour or 2 hours that I put in the morning is enough for me to learn and continue to make decisions and then progress. So now it's focus time, focus energy. And it allows me to now be able to go around and do whatever else I want to do. So I think that it's about your perception. It's about understanding what it is you want, understand that you can have what you want, and knowing that when you are in that place that you can put more energy into the thing that you want and is really in alignment with who you are, then you will naturally do so, and you'll do so intentionally, and there won't be any doubt as to whether you should be doing it or you shouldn't. And that's what leads to transformation. I call them those power sessions. When you have an alignment of intention with focus and then time and energy, then you have the possibility of breaking through like that. That is fast transformation. So time and energy is an illusion, and we can wield that based on how we perceive life. All right, so hopefully that is helpful. See you guys in the next video. All right, peace out, stay lucid.